Hello guys, in this video we're gonna be talking about another watch that I got. This one was gifted to me at the end of the summer. This is Certina DS Podium automatic. This one is the older version. This one uses the ETA 2824-2 movement and not the newer Powermatic movement. A brief history. Certina is kind of known for making rugged watches. Kind of a rugged. DS is their line of oh my god, double standard. I think it was. I forgot for a second. DS stands for. I'm pretty sure it stands for double security, not double standard. Talking nonsense. Double security. In the 60s, they started making a bunch of tests on their watches. They made the first DS line. You can find a bunch of old videos of watches being thrown into washing machines. Dropped on concrete and stuff like that. The idea is that they have some way to suspend the automatic movement inside, and also have some sort of I think thicker or a couple of additional gaskets here on the crown, although it's just a push-pull. So all their DS watches are 100 meter of water resistance or more. They have all the systems that suspend the movement, so they're more rugged than a regular automatic. And yeah, this is basically what they stand for. And although this watch does not have the logo anywhere on it, the Certina logo is actually a turtle shell, most likely, because that's what it means. It means that the watch is like protected, and yeah, that's basically it. So this particular watch, this is a 38mm watch. If you ask me for a fieldy type of watch, everyday watch, this is the perfect size for my wrist. My wrist is 6.3 6.75 inches, something like that. For example, this watch is 42 or 42 and a half, I think. I gotta double check on that, but yeah, you can Google the Cistern / Doxa homage / copy thing. You can see that the Certina is a lot smaller. Actually, I'm not showing it properly. So, yeah, you can see that it's a lot smaller. Of course, Certina is a Swiss brand. Their watches are Swiss made. Sapphire crystal, super Luminova, probably BG9. I'm gonna show you in a bit. It's not super potent lume. Glows kind of well. Not too bright, but it kind of lasts long. Longish, I should say longish. I mean, let's put it that way. It's not a Seiko, but yeah. Anyways, look on this watch. Look on this watch is, I have no idea. I think it's like 47 or something like that. To be honest, I haven't measured it. I'm gonna show you on my wrist in about a minute. But yeah. Let me show you the bracelet of this watch. It is polished in the middle and brushed on the side. This watch kind of resembles something in between of Hamilton Khaki and something from the Rolex Explorer, and a little bit of Tudor Black Bay 36. I think, I'm not sure. It kind of resembles something in between all of those watches. In my opinion, only thing that would make this watch look better, because it looks a little bit more dreasy than it should, because it's more like it's like a field watch that's too shiny for it. It's nice, but let me show you. The case is entirely polished. There's nothing to, I mean, there's no different finishing, it's just polishing. The bracelet has brushed, as you've seen, and what would make this watch look a little bit better. Sorry for this thing is just, I mean, that's the other problem with it. Its fingerprints are getting on it like crazy on that mirror finish. If that were brushed, imagine the top of the watch brushed and the middle links brushed. Someday in the future, I might actually try to do that, and I think the watch would look much smoother. Anyways, more refined, I should say. If you have a pretty good bracelet, oyster style, has half links. Come on, dude, focus, freaking focus. Okay, it doesn't. This camera today. Has half links, which is really nice for comfort. Only 3 micro adjusts, but not major issues since you have the half links and 3 micro adjusts, kind of good. Clasp is nothing too fancy. It's one of those which are like stamped, but from thicker metal, so it doesn't. It's not teeny or anything like that. It's solid. Of course, this portion here is solid and just friction based. Just that's it. So there's that, but that makes it actually thin. So I find it very comfortable. This watch is extremely comfortable. It's really very well balanced. There are no sharp edges anywhere, and you have that nice case back that you can see your movement, which is nothing that fancy, but I mean it's a lot better than a. Come on, man! If only that freaking thing focuses. Okay, there we go. I mean it's not like it's decorated or something like that. It just says Certina there, but the ETA 2824 is a pretty good looking movement, even though there's no decoration on it. So at least that's my honest opinion. It's much better looking than a Seiko. The movement is of higher beat, 28,800 vibrations per minute. So you can see that it's a lot. This camera today, Jesus, a lot smoother second-hand movement. If you look at the so-called doxa hammer, you can see how it's more jiggly. The doxa uses the Seiko NH35, so yeah, and that's 21,600 vibrations per hour. And yeah, what I think about the watch, let me show you how it stands on my wrist. I think it's very nicely proportionate and a very well made watch. And I want to make a point: if you are looking at micro brand watches and looking for specs and being like, whoa, this is nice, it's got Sapphire, it's got this and got that, and you're about to pay like $300 and more for a micro brand watch that is basically something that is made in China. I mean, most of them are pretty fine quality, but I'm not arguing about that, but they have no history. There are quality issues with them, sharp edges, something like that, misaligned bezels, chapter rings and stuff like that. Things like that happen. Dust particles in the watches sometimes. I mean, they're not perfect watches. They're again made to a price, and you're paying a lot for a watch with the Seiko movement in it. And yeah, because I'm telling you all this because this watch, at least in the US market, you can find it from Jomo Shop for around $270, $280, and for that price, you're getting watch from a brand that's been around for well more than 100 years. Swiss made watch, Swiss made automatic movement. I mean, there is actually really hard to compare. I mean, this is the formula of a micro brand watch made in China with good brushing, kind of a sharp edges a little bit here and there, mostly divers. Good bezel action, a little bit misaligned on mine. Sapphire crystal with anti-reflex coating, same here, and a Seiko movement. Everything in spec-wise that this watch has, this also has. Just that this one apparently is not a diver, not apparently, but of course not a diver, and it's not a 200 meter water resistant watch, just a 100 meter water resistant watch. But I mean, what I'm saying is just don't just read specs and be like, whoa, this has the watch has Sapphire, it's a diver, it's this and that, and solid here, solid everything. This is not solid end links is not everything, solid clasp is not everything. I have seen clasps like this, which this is a well-made clasp. I'm gonna talk about it in another video, but I have seen scissor clasps like this, which are worse than regular basic stamped clasps, like, as people say, the regular Seiko stamped shiny clasps. Just because it's solid metal doesn't make it better. I mean, if you might think it is, but it's just heavy metal that is not polished at all, like anything, and it has sharp edges. Does it reek quality to you? No, it's just heavier. It's not better. So this is what I'm saying. For that price, this watch is really hard to beat. Really comfortable to wear, robust. I got a sapphire crystal. You got the see-through case back to. At least for me, I like mechanical watches with see-through case back. I don't care if the movement is basic or whatever. I just like to look at it. Good clasp, nothing too fancy, but gets the job done. It feels really solid. And I almost forgot. Let's check the lume. I'm gonna use some UV light because this lume is not that potent. So there it is. There is not. Yep, there it is. It's blue. Looks a lot brighter on camera. Let me just compare it to. No, the doxa haven't been blasted, but I can show you what I mean by the doxa. Calling this watch a doxa. Look at this. Look at the diver, the cistern. Again, in person, the cistern is much brighter, and I can tell that this cistern glows like crazy for substantial amount of times. It's not that bright, but lasts very long. I mean, hours. Anyways, the video is getting a bit on the longer side, but I hope it was informative. I haven't talked much about the specs. You can find a lot of information. This is really non-movement, 38-hour power reserve. A lot of watches with this movement. Actually, accuracy-wise, this runs like 7-8 seconds a day fast. So pretty good on that thing too. So yeah, let me know what you think, guys. If you ask me, this thing works on something like this. Again, if you can see that it looks really nice. Sadly, this is just 19, but so kind of hard to find straps. But there are a lot of straps that could fit this watch. You can put it on a NATO, you can put it on whatever. It's a really nice everyday watch, and also can pass as a really classy, because with this bracelet you can really wear that with a shirt and a jacket and whatever. So yeah, again, the video getting too long, but yeah, hope you enjoyed it. So on to the next one.